Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank. I'm Frank Toohill, standing here on the Branford Green. Today is April 27th, 2019. Behind me, you're seeing the volunteers that have gathered from all corners of the town of Branford on the cleanup day, the annual cleanup day. This has been going on for many years. In the past, it was organized usually this time every year by former RTM representatives Brian Festa and Marianne Hall. They carried this on for many years, and today it's being taken over by new people, which is good to see. It's going to be underway today until 1 p.m., and it's supported by the Environmental and Conservation Commission, Inland Wetlands Commission, Solid Waste and Recycling Commission, the Branford Forest Commission, the Land Trust, and you see that big dumpster behind me. That's going to be filled by the time this day is over, around 1 o'clock. And this program will be covering all the events for you today. The idea is everybody gathers here on the Branford Green around 9 o'clock, and everybody is given trash bags and gloves, and they go out to various parts of Branford and they clean up roadside litter. They then pack the trash bags they're given with the litter, and they bring the filled bags back here to the town green. So this program is going to show you the opening highlights of the day, and then we're also going to cover the activities at the end of the day, and you'll be seeing how much trash has been collected. We're going to be speaking to those involved. We're going to find out what the worst parts of Branford are, we're just going to talk to some of the people, and it's going to be a great program. So I hope that you stay with us to watch the whole thing. So right now we're going to go and speak to some of those people that you see behind me as we cover for you the 2019 Branford Litter Cleanup Day. Stay with us. Okay, we're here on the green still. This is the Branford Litter Cleanup Day 2019. I'm speaking with Dan McGowan. He does a great job for the town. He operates that great transfer station right down there on East Main Street. All the trash that comes in, it's all supervised by Dan. This is a great event, Dan. What's going on today? What's at this hour? What's happening right now?
So thank you for coming out, Frank. Great to see you. Thanks for that great introduction.
Thank you. It's true, sir.
Yeah. So we have a number of different groups out here right now. That are represented. A lot of town boards and commissions. We have my Solid Waste Commission. We have the Conservation and Environment Commission. We have a lot of different groups out here. We have Denali came out to bring your own bags. Friends of the Outer Island, Branford Land Trust. We have a lot of different environmental groups out here right now joining us for Earth Day and the town litter collection day. And so we've had a lot of volunteers come through already, grab bags. They're scattered about town, collecting all the trash that unfortunately, continues to pile up along our roadways and waterways and et cetera. But this is something we look to do every single year. Obviously, it's a little more important with the 375th anniversary, and really trying to have a lot of, you see how many people are out here with Branford pride right now. And so we're really
it's
glad
impressive.
to be. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So right now, we have our area here for some education materials, different things on what to recycle, how to be, planting native plants to help out our environment. We got, like I said, we have Denali, the BYOB, Friends of the Outer Islands. A lot of great groups that are doing a lot of great things, and some information on what they're doing. Unfortunately, we picked one of the windier days of the year. So excuse me as I step away from you.
It's true. It is one of the windier days, but at least the rain stopped. There was terrible, loud cracks of thunder last night over the town. So it's all cleared up now, but it's windy.
Yeah, we lucked out. We're in between a couple of rainstorms. I think tomorrow they said it's going to be a little bit more, but But yeah, I'm hoping that with all the water we got, we could still get out there and get the trash we'd hope to get. Because at one point this was a Friends of the Branford River project, and it's really focused on the Branford River and cleaning that up. And so we've always kind of kept true to that focus and worked on those marsh areas along the river. I know there's some folks right now down by the Indian Neck Bridge and the Montouise Bridge, working on those marsh areas, the overlook and the boardwalk. And so, we're really focused on cleaning up our natural areas in the town of Branford.
That's great. And then now over there I see that big town dumpster there. It's empty right now, but
yeah.
So hopefully by the end of the day it's what, going to be filled?
Yeah, that's definitely the hope. So we started at 9, and it's probably only 9:30, so we're in the early stages right now. But a lot of people came through, grabbed bags. They're out there filling, and they'll come back in an hour or two, and we'll have a nice full dumpster with any luck. Absolutely.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great talking with you. We're talking with Dan McGowan. He's coordinator for the town's solid waste program. If people have questions about, as to what they can put out at night in the trash stream, I mean, how can they reach you, Dan?
Well, I'm at the transfer station, the solid waste department. There's the Town of Branford website with a solid waste page. So www.branford-ct.gov is the town website. There's all the town departments are there. Go to the solid waste page. There's actually right on the front is this app where you could type in the material you're trying to dispose of, and it will tell you. That you can or cannot throw it away.
I see.
That's great. So that's a great little thing that's there. Otherwise, I would say just call the department and we'll be happy to talk with you.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you very much.
Great seeing you.
You too, sir.
Thank you to all our volunteers today for coming out.
It's true, and there's quite a few here already.
None of this could happen without the crew that we have.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And if you're not involved in this effort this year, you can always plan to do it right in 2020 next year.
Absolutely, yeah. We usually aim right around Earth Day. It's an Earth Day celebration, so be on the lookout next April and come out. And hopefully you're getting this right now, and you could join us, this morning.
All right, great,
All right,
great.
Thank you, Frank.
All right, thank you, Dan. All right. Everybody's going out into the field now with the trash bags to collect the litter and bring it back here, and we're going to keep you abreast of activities as the hours pass. So stay with us here as we continue around the town of Branford with Henry and Frank. Okay, we're with Dan Fitzgerald now. He is the Cleanup Day co-organizer. And how are things going at this stage today?
Yeah, so far it's been great. We've had, as initially we have a bunch of people show up right away from the initial time when we start at 9. But the difference this year is we've actually had other vendors here. So we've actually had a lot of participation for people coming in just to support our event, aside from those just picking up trash. So it gives everyone an opportunity to kind of learn more about the other organizations in town that support the environment as well as we do.
I know. I see all the tables. Right over here, we have Friends of Outer Island. That's such a great resource for this town of Branford, isn't it? I mean, what a wonderful island that is.
Absolutely, and it gives the kids in the town an opportunity to learn about the natural resources that we have here locally.
I think people can, if they want to get involved with Outer Island, they can be volunteer docents, right? They contact the website for Outer Island,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely, indeed. And there's also a Facebook page for them, so you can check out their Facebook page.
There's all kinds of opportunities. If you want to get involved in outdoor education, here in the center, here in Branford, I mean, we have the trails. That's the great thing about Branford, correct? We have the hiking trails, we have the hills, and all the way down to the water,
Absolutely.
To the oyster beds, to the islands.
There's nothing short to do here in Branford.
There's the marshes, and correct, after today, they're all going to be sparkling clean, right?
Sparkling clean, absolutely, yeah. This is a good way to start the year off for everyone to enjoy the trails, a nice clean, good fresh start.
Now, I wanted to know, the people that have already, gone out with the trash bags after the litter, is there special places that you've asked them to do that you think are bad?
We've gone around the area recently, myself and the other co-chairs here, and we've found areas to send people to, and that helps a lot. Known areas that are bad, as well as all the parks in town, just to kind of, as you said, get them ready for this year's trails.
Now, I'm sure the worst areas, the ones with the most litter, are right. It's along the roads, right?
Mostly along the roads. Hosley Avenue tends to be one of our worst. Yep.
Yeah, you know, right. That's along Lake Saltonstall. You
Sure
wouldn't
is.
think so, would you? Because, I mean, there's not much traffic on that road, right?
Yeah, you'd think, but year after year, it's a plagued area. So
Well, that's where people maybe like they like to dump.
they do. There's a lot of dumping, and the biggest thing we get there is actually the small alcohol bottles.
Oh, really? You mean the little nips,
Yeah,
the plastic
yeah,
nips?
That was the largest thing last year that was picked up off the ground.
Out there on
Out
Hosley
there, yeah.
Avenue. You wouldn't think, would you?
Yeah, tires as well, but yeah, so it's a good disparate mix.
See, it's all this stuff that people just throw out of the cars on these very rural roads, but they don't realize that they can take all this stuff over to the transfer station and it'll be recycled, right?
That's correct.
So
yeah.
that's what should be done.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's been great speaking with you, and I see that we have again with us that empty town dumpster. What's your prediction? How much of that dumpster will be filled by the end of the day?
We're hoping at least half.
At least half.
with the amount of people we've promoted to. Yeah, absolutely.
That'll be good. That'll be good.
Great. Yeah, get any piece of trash you come up. We don't no piece of trash is better than the other. So
That's
gotta
true.
come up.
Also, if people want to get involved in this activity in like 2020,
Yeah.
how do they get in touch?
Yeah, the Branford Conservation and Environment Commission usually helps kind of facilitate and push this through. They can contact us either directly by the commission, where all of our names and numbers are on the website. In addition, they can come to any of our meetings.
When do you meet?
We meet the first Thursday of every month at 7:30 at the Canoe Brook Center. And it's also, just to make sure I'm not wrong with that, you can check out the town website for meeting minutes.
All right, that's great. Thank you very much, and
My pleasure.
perhaps we'll see you later.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Cheers. Yeah. Bye.
Okay, we've been speaking with the co-organizer, Dan Fitzgerald. So that brings us up to date right now here on the Branford Green. A lot of people are out cleaning up with the trash bags that have been supplied to them, and we're going to check back towards the end of the day and see how much trash has been collected. There's a trails map I see over here. The Branford wastewater treatment plant. So there's a lot of people here that are concerned with the outdoor environment in Branford, and they want to make it look as clean and sparkling as possible. That's the purpose of this event every year, usually held around Earth Day. And it's kind of cold today. It's around 50 degrees, but because of the wind, there's a wind chill factor at play. So, but all the trees are out now. It's a great spring. There's really nice flowers, on the trees. It's really like a peak weekend for that here in Branford. So I think we can talk to maybe somebody else here on the green, and then we'll come back in a few hours and see how everybody's making out. Let me talk to this gentleman here. Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hi,
You're from
the American Chestnut Foundation.
Oh, isn't
Yeah,
that
yeah.
great?
So we're doing efforts to try to bring back the American chestnut.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah. The blight wiped out most of the American chestnut trees back in the early 1900s, and we're trying to breed it with the Chinese chestnut, which had resistance to the blight, and then trying to back cross it with American trees so we can grow trees that look like an American chestnut but carry the resistance of the Chinese chestnut.
I mean, you know what? They are beautiful trees. There are still some American chestnut growing in Branford. They have such a beautiful shape to them. They're so big.
We're trying to find where American chestnut trees are growing so that we can, use them to keep the species going and try to get them to either through grafting or if they are producing nuts to put them in an orchard setting where they can improve the genetic diversity of the
That's
species.
important to keep that, right?
Yeah.
Once that's gone, it's gone.
Correct, yeah, yep.
Now, just out of curiosity, you're from where? I mean, where's the American Chestnut Foundation from?
Our headquarters are in North Carolina, but each state has a chapter, so I represent the Connecticut chapter. We don't have a specific location. We have several orchards throughout the state. Yep, we're hoping maybe even to put one in Branford someday. So
That would be great.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, I can't believe that this chestnut blight has been with us so long, because they usually die out, don't they? How come it's so persistent?
The chestnut blight is a fungus, a soil fungus, and it also survives on other trees as well, but doesn't kill them. And it's spread through the air, so once it produces spores, it's spread throughout the entire range of the Appalachian forests. So unfortunately, it's here to stay. We're trying to find a way for the American chestnut to build up resistance so it can survive. And
That's wonderful.
survive
You know,
with the blight.
also, there's all these old pictures you see, like of the green and downtown New Haven, you know, all
Plenty of trees are
loaded.
called Chestnut Lane and Chestnut
Yeah.
Street, so you knew they were prevalent in the area.
And then, of course, I'm sorry.
One out of every 4 or 5 trees in the forest was a chestnut when they were prevalent. So they
No
were a very
kidding.
predominant species in the forests.
And also, it was a great wood, right?
Yeah,
And-
exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
some
yeah, there's-
examples here even too. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, people who worked with wood liked it because it grew straight and it was also rot resistant. And they actually called it the cradle to grave tree because people used to make cribs out of it for the babies, and they also made caskets out of it when people passed. So it was a vital part of the early settlers and early Americans' life.
Yeah. Well, it's great to speak with you. Now, if people have an interest in this, how can they contact?
Yes, they become a member of the American Chestnut Foundation, and looking for volunteers all the time as well to help with our orchards and promoting our foundation. They can go to www.acf.org and find out information about joining or helping out.
Okay, that's www.acf for American Chestnut Foundation.org. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so over here is that store in downtown Branford. They have a booth here, a Denali, and they're handing out trash bags.
Yes, we are. We are giving out reusable dirt bags today. Denali is. So again, these are going to be fully waterproof. You can reuse them, wash them out, but they're great for picking up trash and stuff. So
That's great. So now at this time, you're right, people have already left the green. They're already gathering litter, right?
Yep, correctamundo. So when they come back, they can grab one of these for their next, trash pickup. So, yeah.
Is there specific parts of town they're being told to go to?
Yes, I think it's also anywhere you want to go to. So go to your favorite part of Branford, and you can pick up trash there.
All right, well, great. Well, thanks for sharing that info
definitely.
with us.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right. Okay, and then let's go over here and speak to BYO Branford. What's that, ma'am?
Bring your own reusable bag for shopping of any kind, mostly the grocery store, but any retail stores.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we don't get blown over here, we've been working on this with the RTM,
Yep.
Rules and Ordinance Committee now.
Yep.
So we hopefully will have a ban on the single-use plastic bags in the near future that would take place 6 months after the ban is passed.
I see. Okay, so you mean, so the idea is to have the RTM pass an ordinance to ban the use of, single-ply
Single-use.
plastic bags?
Yeah, the checkout bags that are the thin plastic bags.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, here's one that I had at my house that I've got
Okay.
my drugs that I'm taking to the police station after I finish.
Okay, I see.
And so what we're doing here is we've got our bags here that we're giving out to people who don't already have one.
Okay.
Yeah. And
BYO, bring your own Branford, it says.
yes. And we're collecting other bags that people are not using that are just taking up space in their trunk of their car. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, okay. And we just were passing the word more about our effort. Yeah.
I have one.
Well, let me see that. No, that's nice.
I think this is a
Show it to the camera.
okay camera. From the Humane Society.
Okay, all right. That's from the Humane Society. Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
So I'm Meg Kilgore, and this is
Yeah.
Robin Latta, who's another person that's on our committee.
Yeah.
And we're here today because we know a lot of people that are concerned with the environment are here
Yeah.
cleaning up.
That's great. That's great. Well, thanks for being with us. Great to talk with you.
Nice to talk with you too.
Okay, we're speaking to Meg Kilgore at the BYO organization. Bring your own bag to the grocery store, right?
To any store.
Any store,
retail store.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Okay, so I guess we're going to shut the camera off right now and then come back in a few hours and see, how much trash has been collected, and we'll see you here on this program, on this channel, at the time that happens. So stay with us. Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank continues. Okay, just before we take off and then come back, at the end of the Branford Litter Cleanup Day, talking with Jim Lockhart. He's the president of the Friends of Outer Island. He's one of the groups that has a booth here on the green today at the Branford Litter Cleanup Day. It's so great to be out there on Outer Island, isn't it? I mean, for so many years, right? All the thimbles, all private. You couldn't go on any of them, but you can go on. Thanks to the owners of Outer Island, right? It was a gift to the Stuart McKinney Wildlife Refuge, right?
Yes,
and
from Mrs. Hurd in memory of her husband.
It's really outstanding to
We're
go
so
on.
lucky to have that. It's the
true.
only island that's open to the public out there, and we will be opening up Memorial Day weekend right through into September.
And now people can get involved in this, right? They can go out there, they can work on there, they can volunteer. How does that program work, Mr. Lockhart?
Yes, we're always welcoming new volunteers each year. In fact, there is a training coming up this Saturday, a week from today, on Outer Island for those people who are interested in becoming weekend volunteers. If they want more information, they can go right to our website at friendsofouterisland.org.
Yeah, well, that's great. So, I'm sure you see the thimbles when you drive by. You can see them out the car window. If you're in Pine Orchard, if you're down in Stony Creek, you see all the, and even Pawson Park, you get a beautiful view of those islands. And anyway, so the one furthest out, it's about 2 miles out?
Actually, a mile and a half as the seagull flies. Mile and a half from Stony Creek.
There's a couple of things that you can see. If you're looking out that way, you can spot Outer Island. First of all, it's the one furthest out, but it still has that big chimney, right?
Yes, yep. That's the identifier for a lot of boaters. That original chimney that was built way back in the 19th century, I believe.
The other thing, which I think those trees are still there, but there's brush covering them. But you used to see those trees with like a round crown on them, right? They were a very distinct tree. There was two of them, I think, out there. You used to see it. It was a landmark.
I know in the past it was called Two Tree Island, I believe,
right.
but I'm pretty sure those trees are long gone.
Oh, are they now?
actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Herds. What would the Herds was? That was the family that lived out there. How many years did they live out there? Do you have any information about them?
Yes, Elizabeth Hurd and her husband Basil Rauch lived out there spring, summer, and fall for over 30 years, and they loved to entertain their friends out there. And when she gave it to the Stuart McKinney Refuge, she wanted it to remain open to the public for visitation, and she also wished that it be used for education too, which is what my group continues to do today. We bring out 8th graders from Branford Middle School every year, and we've been doing that for the past 12 to 14 years.
That's wonderful. So you mean if people are out that way on their boats, whether it's They have a small boat, a big boat, right? They can stop on the island, right? And they can.
They can. Yep. We have a dock. There are tie-up facilities for a couple boats. Through the years, we've always welcomed kayakers. We have people come out on paddle boards, small boats, big boats, and everything in between. If you're not a boater, you can simply jump on the Thimble Island ferry, and that'll take you out there too.
Oh, you can get out of. You can get out on the ferry. That they stop there.
Yes, they do stop there. If you take the Thimble Island cruise boats, they do not stop there, but they go by the island, and people are always asking about the island. How can I get out there? Well, you can take the Thimble Island ferry out there.
Okay, so it's called the Thimble Island Ferry.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if you're down at the dock in Stony Creek and you want to go out to Outer Island, you have to only take that one boat, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They go out there.
All right. Well, it was very nice talking with you, Mr. Lockhart. That's very interesting to hear all about Outer Island, which is a beautiful place. And thanks for being with us today.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too. Okay, so stay with us. At this point, we're going to shut the camera off, and then we'll come back in a few hours and see how the cleanup has been going. All right, so stay with us. Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank continues.
We're on a hill.
Okay, we're here at Hosley Avenue as we drive around town looking for the volunteers that are participating today in Branford Litter Cleanup Day. I'm speaking with both Mark Halley, hey Mark,
Hey.
and his father, Matt Halley. Nice to see you both.
Yes, nice seeing you, Frank.
It's always a pleasure. All right, so we're here at Hosley Avenue. It's that long rural road that runs along the eastern shore of Lake Saltonstall. And over the years, right, this was when the prime dumping grounds. We found over the years couches, people's big toilets, sinks, refrigerators. But this year, there's none.
That's good. And people are not dumping here. It's just typical trash, and it's actually pretty good.
Now, I see in your truck here that you have some trash that you've picked up, right?
Yes, we picked up some metal, we picked up some wood, some ceramic tile throughout the area.
But it's pretty clean, though, isn't it, this year?
Yes, it's very clean.
That's great to see.
Yes, that's what we like.
Yeah.
Less trash on the roads and stuff.
That's the way it should be, right? The other thing, too, as I was told by Henry a few minutes ago, if you do have any of these big items, right, it's simple. You don't throw them along the roadside. Take them to the transfer station.
Yes, and they let you dump it for free if you're a town resident.
Yeah, so it's really easy to keep our roadsides clean. So things been pretty clean with so far?
Yeah, not much big stuff, just small stuff. A lot of small stuff around, a lot of fast food stuff, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, a lot of cups.
You know, the old days, right, there was all these TV advertisements. They used to say, right, in the car, keep a little litter bag, right?
Yes, they used to do that. I don't know if you can even get those anymore. But you're right. So take your trash home and dump it out.
That's right. It's easy. It's easy, Right. The idea is to keep Branford's roadsides clean. So, all right, so after you're finished here on Hosley, what's your next stop?
Town Green, we dump it into a big dumpster up there.
Yeah.
They do.
Yep. Okay, so that's going to be cool as to see how much is brought in, right, Mark?
Yep.
That's good.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, well, thanks for being with us. Thanks for your work. It looks great. The road is in great shape.
Yep.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
All right, our next stop is the Branford Green. We're gonna check the big town dumpster. Stay with us. We're still en route back to the Branford Green to see how much trash has been collected today at the 2019 Branford Litter Cleanup Day. Outside the truck, Henry spotted at least 8 old rubber tires. And so now the Halleys, Mark and Matt, are springing into action. They are actually picking up all 8 of these old tires, and they're being put into the truck. There it goes, perfect. It went right in the cab there, beautiful job. All 8 plus the rims are all going to be brought up to the green and thrown into the big town dumpster that's up there on the green today. And this just really illustrates a point. I mean, if you are going to throw things out, don't go to Hosley Avenue. Go to the transfer station. We talked to Dan McGowan earlier. He's the director up there. You can call him up. You can find out if they'll take your item. I mean, they take everything. I mean, but to stop here along Hosley and throw out 8 tires, it's not a good idea. It's an eyesore. It makes our roadsides look terrible. Also, though, we do have to say, though, that as we spoke to the Halleys earlier, they said it's clean this year. It really isn't as bad along Hosley Avenue here as we've seen in the past. So things are improving. How's the weight on those tires?
Heavy? I don't know. They're tires.
They're heavy, yeah. How's the weight?
I'm tired of doing this.
I know, it's true. It's a lot of work.
Yes.
So there's the tires are going into the Halleys cab, and they'll be brought up to the green in just a few minutes. So it's going to be great to get up to the green and find out as to how much trash has been collected today by this great effort. Every year, it's the Branford Annual Litter Cleanup Day. And if you look, we have a beautiful, clean forest here again. You can see the skunk cabbage down there, which is just beginning to bloom, early spring. And there's a nice, clean forest floor now. This is the way it should look here on Hosley Avenue. So right now, we're all finished here at Hosley. It looking good, and we're going to head up to the green. So stay with us. Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank continues. Okay, we're here at the green. The Halleys have just rolled in with their trash. We're right by the Town of Branford dumpster, and there's a lot of trash. Here comes a bag right now coming in. There was a lot of trash collected today, and it's still being collected. Quite a few bags coming in fact. Where'd you find this trash?
This was near the trolley trail in Stony Creek.
Oh, you went down there today?
We went down there, yeah.
I mean, what kind of trash is it?
Well, there's quite a bit of plastic in there.
Oh, that's not good. It's right near the water, right?
Yeah,
right near Long Island Sound.
Yeah, quite a bit of it we were picking up near the high tide mark. A lot of plastic, a lot of beer bottles, and like vodka, and a lot of those like nips.
The little plastic. Yeah, I know. That's becoming a big problem.
Yeah.
Well, you got a full bag there. In fact, the whole trunk. Your whole trunk is full.
Full, yeah.
That's marvelous.
Yeah, it was fun.
How many pounds did you collect, just off the top of your head?
I'm thinking probably about 150 pounds of stuff.
That's wonderful. You got all that.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's great. That's great. Hey,
1 second.
The Halleys are coming in now. They've got those 8 tires that they collected that we saw them getting on Hosley Avenue. And I'll have to listen in on their conversation about...
Yeah, I was just sending Matt. We got the folks who picked up the trolley trail. So they had 2 big truck tires down at the West End ball field.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So Matt, being the steadfast volunteer that he is going to head down and add them to the rest of his stack.
Oh, yeah, because he's got 8 in the cab that we picked up.
Yeah, where'd you get them from?
They got them. They were all in the same place, Dan.
Yeah.
Right in Hosley. Like the same person probably, dumped them there.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's the known dumping spots around town, and that's wonderful.
It's all got to stop, all right? If you have anything to throw, you call Dan McGowan is the director of the...
Take them down to the transfer station. If you're a resident, all these things are, get a resident sticker and come down. There's no charge, and dispose of it the proper way. Absolutely.
Get your sticker right here
at the town hall. That's right, tax office.
Yeah, the tax collector's office.
Yep. Yeah, great. That's good. Great. Thank you, Matt. All right. Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, how are you? Good.
So there's a lot of trash that was collected, as you can see there in the dumpster. A lot of stuff came in today, and it's still coming in. It's not 1 o'clock yet. That's when the event is over. So until then, people are coming in with their trash from all parts of Branford, Short Beach to Pine Orchard to Stony Creek, also along Lake Saltonstall there, Hosley. Here comes some trash out of the Halleys truck. which is full. See all these tires that they collected? Well, they're all here in the cab, and there's a big bag, a black bag, being brought in now by Mark Halley, throwing it in.
And we had a few people left over.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Hey, Frank, how you doing? Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thanks, you too. How you doing?
Good. You involved with the trash collection today?
No, this was a really great Branford day here because our church, Trinity Church, had an Easter egg hunt this morning, and they're preparing for the noon high tea right now. They had the Arbor Day celebration. If you step over, you can see the sign.
Yeah.
People are doing the Earth Day with lots of great community groups here, and then over there they're starting the chili cook-off. So it's really a great Branford day.
That's true.
Right here, it really was nice.
And we're speaking to our great friend Matt Radulski.
Thanks very much, Frank. Have a great day, and really get lots and lots of pictures of that trash, because that's all stuff that would have endangered ducks and fish and all sorts of other things. So have a great day.
True, yeah, you too. Thanks for speaking with us.
Good talking to you.
Okay, we got some blue recycling boxes here for people that don't have them to pick them up. If you don't have yours at home, this is for the glass, cardboard. Call the transfer station and ask if you can come down and pick up your blue box. So we keep the roadsides in Branford clean and beautiful. So it's been a great haul now today. Been a great haul, and there's still a lot of volunteers here. Friends of Outer Island is still here. So it's been a great day here. Branford Cleanup Day 2019. And if you're not involved this year, they'll have it again next April in 2020. And the Branford Conservation and Environment Commission, they have their own Facebook page, and you can find a lot of information about Earth Day and about the Branford Litter Cleanup Day right there on their Facebook page. So it's been great to cover this with you today, and I hope you've enjoyed our program. For Henry Pond, I'm Frank Toohill, and thanks for being with us as we conclude another Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank. Until next time, goodbye.